Get the latest local news and events right here. KSMO, Salem.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. Millions of Americans are still bundling up in that fiercely cold weather. In Portland, Oregon, a power line fell onto a car, killing 3 people during an ice storm. Fire and Rescue spokesman Rick Graves says he's never seen anything like this.
I've had situations where we have had individuals come in contact with electricity and not make it, but nothing as a result like where we are in a winter storm.
He talked to KGW-TV in Portland. Should the governor of New Mexico, a Democrat, be impeached? 2 Republican state lawmakers think so.
Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham invoked emergency public health orders last year, suspending the right to carry firearms in some public places in greater Albuquerque, such as parks and playgrounds. The order was in response to a spate of gun violence. Now Republican Representatives Stephanie Lord and John Block have filed a resolution aimed at initiating impeachment proceedings against Lujan Grisham. The Republicans say the governor has violated her oath of office to uphold state and federal constitutions. Lord says the governor has too much power and is acting like a dictator. A governor spokesperson says Lord and Block are more interested in political stunts than crafting meaningful legislation. I'm Donna Warder.
Funeral services today in Florida for former First Lady Melania Trump's mother will be private. She died January 9th in Miami at the age of 78. Overseas now, Japan has just signed a deal with the United States to buy Tomahawk cruise missiles, part of its military buildup as regional threats increase. Russia is dismissing a U.S. proposal to resume a dialogue on nuclear arms control, saying it's impossible while Washington offers military support to Ukraine. No word yet on whether those medicines that arrived in Gaza yesterday have actually been given to hostages of Hamas. This is AP News. Now about that horse on a highway in Tennessee.
While out keeping the roads safe, one Tennessee sheriff's deputy came upon an unusual road hazard captured on his dash cam video. Hamilton County Sheriff's Deputy Ricardo Santiago found a horse Tuesday trotting along on Highway 27.
Located a horse passing Thrasher right now. He's just going on northbound.
The deputy drove near the horse to keep it from other vehicles.
Somebody called in advising that horse was going to belong to her neighbor. Her name and number's on the card. They're trying to get some resources together to come get it.
Eventually, someone with a horse trailer did arrive, and the deputies and the driver were able to load the wayward horse in the middle of the highway without incident. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
The Dow was down 94 points yesterday. I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
And just inside of half court, bang! Bang! At the buzzer! He climbed the elevator, caught it with 2 hands, and punched it on the way down. C. Scooped up, thrown up, off the backboard and in, and Missouri wins!
This is your radio home for Mizzou basketball.
The bragging rights trophy is coming to Como, folks.
The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Run out to the rim, and he flushed it.
Are you having a hard time finding ag podcasts? We can help. The podcast directory at agriamerica.com allows you to search by category and topic so it's quick and easy to find what you're looking for. Ag Chicks, Farm for Profit, Heart of Rural America, the Shark Farmer Podcast, Real Ag Radio, and more are featured on Agri-America. Our extensive directory has something for everyone. Discover a new ag podcast today by visiting agriamerica.com. That's agriamerica.com.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan sea salt body wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
Interesting commercial. Here at KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station at 7:30. Our forecast has a wind chill advisory in effect from midnight tonight until noon on Saturday. We're going to have clouds throughout the morning hours. Then will gradually become sunny by the afternoon. probably even late morning. High about 39. We will have southerly winds 5 to 15. It'll move to the northwest, though, in the afternoon. That will usher clouds back in after we clear out. Our winds today could be as high as 15 to 20 miles an hour. And our wind chill values this morning, down around 15, 18, somewhere in there. Very, very possible. Matter of fact, it's already there. Then for tonight, a chance of some snow developing in the after midnight hours. Just a 40% chance of some light scattered snow. Shouldn't be much of anything. Cloudy and a low of 6. Wind chills will be, though, about -5 by early morning, as we will have winds northwesterly at 5 to 10. And after midnight, they're going to start picking up in intensity at 15 to 25 and gusting to 30 miles an hour. The chance of some snow is 40%. Scattered flurries in the morning Friday, but getting colder early. Cloudy early, sunny as the day goes on, but cold. High of only 18. Those wind chill values early Friday in the morning will be as low as 13, as those winds will continue to get stronger as the daylight comes on. We will have a northwest wind at 15 to 25, gusting to 30 miles an hour. For Friday night, cloudy and cold, low of 0. Wind chills expected at -15 by Saturday morning. Northwest winds 15 to 22 miles an hour. Sunshine on Saturday, looking really pretty. But not so. High of only 18 with wind chills pretty much in the low single digits all day, with northwest winds 5 to 15, gusting to 20. Clear Saturday night, low of 5, and partly sunny Sunday, 31. Then cloudy Sunday night with a low of 22, with a chance at this time of some rain changing to freezing rain. Ooh, hate to hear that. And that would be in the early morning hours, again, Sunday night. Possibly even very late Sunday night around midnight or so. But, more than likely after midnight. And we'd have that light freezing rain. A possibility of that at this stage. Hopefully it's still far enough out that that will change and we'll get a little bit warmer, so that will not occur. Well, we'll see what happens. At the KSMO studios right now at your hometown radio station, we have a temperature reading right here at KSMO Radio with cloudy skies of 23 degrees. We do have 6-mile-an-hour winds coming out of the south-southeast. 64% is the relative humidity. Pressure 30.02 inches. Steady at the moment with a feels-like temperature of 15 out there at KSMO Radio. All right, stick around for news. It's coming your way next in 90 seconds.
Hi, I'm Lisa Delaney, swing bed coordinator at Salem Memorial District Hospital. What in the world is a swing bed, you might ask? It's a Medicare program that allows a patient to remain in a hospital and receive therapy or skilled nursing services prior to going home. Call 573-729-6626 for more information about using a swing bed to improve your life before going home. We are committed to every patient, every encounter, every time.
Hi, I'm Doug Barnes from the Town & Country Bank. What does the farm mean to you? Maybe it means a weekend getaway for camping or hunting, or it's the life as a farmer. Maybe you want to build a dream home with a view. No matter what the farm means to you, Town & Country Bank can make it happen with the best rates and terms on land and mortgage loans. Town & Country Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 412144.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
You'll find these great deals at K&H Auto Supply. Gum Out Carb and Choke Cleaner $4.99. Lucas Deep Clean Fuel System Cleaner for $7.99. Blue Devil Oil Stop Leak for $14.99. And KSCO Coolant Leak Repair for $15.99. K&H Auto Supply is your Parts City Auto Parts store right here in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
7:34, time for news. Local news brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO Radio. My name is Stan Stevens. All of us at KSMO hope you're going to have a fantastic day. And you're listening in on AM 1340, 95.7 FM, 1340 on the AM side. And also you're streaming with us at KSMORadio.com, our KSMO Stream Facebook page, and KSMO YouTube page as well. Good morning. Thursday, January 18th. Thanks for being along. In news, the Salem Park and Recreation Board met Wednesday evening at the Salem Community Center at the Armory. After the agenda was approved, the board began a discussion on creating a smoke-free community ordinance that would affect all city parks, city buildings, as well as enclosed areas such as pavilions, playgrounds, recreational areas, and common areas like parking lots. It would also cover special events such as parades, where local sidewalks or driveways could be affected. Madison Flores from the Salem R80 High School spoke on the dangers of secondhand smoke using statistics from the EPA and other agencies, and also related a personal experience where after participating in a sporting event, the secondhand smoke she was exposed to was so bad she suffered tightness in her chest and had to use an inhaler. Also speaking to the board was James Combs from the Northwood R4 JAG program, who also talked about the secondhand smoke as well as the dangers of vaping and how dangerous the secondhand emissions can be to children. City Administrator Sally Burbridge said the ordinance presented was based on a model ordinance provided by the Denton County Health Center, but the private property and business restrictions are removed. As Burbridge said, local businesses have done a very good job of self-regulating smoking, with most of them eliminating smoking or vaping within their place of business without government intervention. The board discussed a number of possible scenarios, and if an instance should escalate, the ordinance gives enforcement privileges to an event manager, code enforcement officer, city administrator, or city police. It was also asked if the park board was voting to recommend the entire ordinance presented to aldermen, which goes beyond the park board's responsibility. In actuality, they were only voting to recommend the city parks and playgrounds be smoke-free to the aldermen, but the aldermen could use that to take the ordinance a step further to include the city buildings and other common areas if they so desire. The park board approved recommending that ordinance. The park board also approved amending the budget to add an additional $7,689 to allow the purchase of a 2022 Ford F-250 single cab long bed with a 48-month, 125,000-mile warranty from 44 Motorsports in Rolla. The money will come from the fund balance from the previous year in the Park and Recreation Fund of over $500,000. The truck will be used to pick up trash, move equipment, and also hold the large water tank for the watering of the new trees. The new truck will replace the old Dodge truck. Park and Recreation Director Melissa DuBois gave her report and said for the year 2023, a total of 1,201 athletes participate in the City League youth sports programs. The 2023-2024 basketball program has 174 participants, up from 149 last year. She also stated sign-ups for the popular Skills and Drills football program are scheduled to end Friday. Those who want to sign up can go to Salem Park and Recreation Facebook page. She said with schools being out, flyers have not been able to get distributed as scheduled. The program will be held February 5th, 6th, and 8th and will run in collaboration with the 5th and 6th grade coaches. Soccer registration will be held starting January 25th, and the cost per athlete will be $35. She also discussed much needed work on the tennis courts. She met with Pro Track and Tennis, who provide an option cost of $75,000 to remove the old paint and color code the 3 courts, plus another $8,000 to fix the large cracks, or instead the city could pay an additional $71,000 to repair all the cracks. DuBois also recommended that when the courts are done, they should also be striped for pickleball. She said she would like to table the 5-year plan that was to be discussed at the meeting so that more information on the tennis courts could be collected. The board agreed to table discussing the plan. There was also discussion on continuing to light up the park Christmas light display, as only around 10 businesses participated this year. Much of the suspected decline in business participation was due to vandalism and theft. It was decided to continue the program to see if it makes a rebound next Christmas. After reviewing the financials, the meeting was then adjourned. If you made a reservation to camp at Montauk State Park between March 4th and April 30th, some changes may have already been made to your camping reservation. Montauk State Park is currently undergoing construction projects designed to improve guests' experiences at one of their most popular state park campgrounds in Missouri at Montauk. One project, the Campground Loop 4 electrical upgrade, is still ongoing, and due to longer than expected delays in receiving the electrical components, that project may not be completed until late spring or early summer. The contractor is working to complete the project as quickly as possible. In order to allow the contractor to continue working, Campground Loop number 4 will be closed to visitors starting at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday, March 4th, all the way through Tuesday, April 30th. With this closure, adjustments to existing reservations between those dates will be required. Camping reservations from February 25th to March 3rd will not be modified, but guests will not have electricity at the sites in Loop 4 during their stay. Guests with those reservations will receive a partial refund for the service reduction. Missouri State Park team members did their best to accommodate all existing reservations, and customers with impacted reservations will soon receive an updated reservation form. Now, if you wish to cancel your reservation with those new updated reservation that information you get, please contact the Missouri State Park Reservation Call Center at 877-422-6766, and you can cancel that reservation. Missouri State Parks is working to maintain access to park resources while the construction project does continue. The park wants to thank all visitors for understanding this situation. They look forward to making the new facilities available to you as soon as possible. Montauk State Park is located at 345 State Road 6670 in Salem. Missouri Department of Revenue's opened the request for proposals to operate the license office in Salem located at 1104 South Main Street in the Crossroads Shopping Center. Bids must be submitted by January 24th. For a list of bid opportunities and bid response instructions, please visit Missouri Statewide Electric Procurement System. It's called Missouri Buys, and you can go to the website, MissouriBuys.mo.gov. That's all one word, MissouriBuys.mo.gov. Interested groups or individuals who wish to bid to operate the Salem License Office must have an active federal employer identification number and must submit the proposal under the legal entity name for which the FEIN was assigned. The Missouri Department of Revenue, through the Office of Administration, is posting a request for proposal for the Salem License Office contract, since the current contract is close to expiring. Interested bidders will have approximately 10 days. They will have until the 24th to submit their proposal for the operation of the license office in a competitive bid process, as outlined in the RFP. Interested bidders can request a scheduled tour of the current facility by emailing the procurement contact listed on Missouri Buys. Proposals will be evaluated on items as outlined in the RFP. All the proposals will be evaluated by a review team that's at the Department of Revenue. The proposals that scores best in the areas outlined in the RFP will be selected to operate the office. The Salem R80 Board of Education will hold their regular meeting this evening at 5:30 in the Salem R80 boardroom. At that meeting, the board will hear the parents' as teachers report from Jessica Parker and Mary Beth Patrick. Dr. Reed and Dr. Wills will give their report to the board before the building principals and athletic director Clay Moody give their reports. New business to be brought before the board includes setting the school year tuition rate, approving the ballot initiative names, accepting a band uniform contribution, reviewing the short and long-term facility project lists, and hearing any resignations that are submitted. The board will then go into executive session to discuss personnel. The meeting of the Salem R80 Board of Education tonight at 5:30 in the boardroom is open to the public. Sports is next when we come right back.
If you look close enough, you can see the hidden potential that lives within your fields. That's why an agro-liquid crop nutrition plan starts with the crop and identifies the precise combination of primary nutrients while focusing on the support of secondary and micronutrients, ensuring that every nutrient is working in harmony for your crop to reach its full potential, maximizing growth while offering lower use rates and greater overall efficiency. And with our comprehensive customer support and robust agronomic knowledge, you can feel confident that your precision crop nutrition plan is the right one to reach your goals. Apply less, expect more? Precisely. Find an AgroLiquid dealer and achieve more with less at agroliquid.com.
7:44, and in sports, the Salem Lady Basketball Tigers take on the Owensville Dutch Girls tonight at 6 at the SHS Gym. That game will be aired on KSMO Radio and video streamed on KSMO Media, starting with Tiger Talk and Coach Cody Woody at 5:50. Salem is 4-12 going into the game, while Owensville's 9-4 on the year. Salem boys basketball Tigers will be facing Fordland tonight at 8:30 in Houston in the first round of the Houston Community Foundation Tournament. Salem enters that game with a 7-6 record. Fordland is 3-10. The winner of that game plays Friday night at 8:30. The loser at 7 Friday evening. The game tonight will not be on KSMO Radio, as we will be airing the Lady Tigers game. St. Louis Blues will be in Washington tonight to face the Capitals. The game time is set for 5:30, but we'll delay that and play that game back with the pregame starting at 7:30 and game time around 8 o'clock tonight after Lady Tiger basketball. The two teams, Washington and the Blues, will play again Saturday in this home and home back-to-back game series. And that'll do it for news and sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO at 7:45. And time for the Daily Investment Report, brought to you as a courtesy of Joe Brand and Leah Nash of Edward Jones. Edward Jones Brokerage, helping people with their investment needs. They can help you as well. Get in touch with them at 729-3831 or drop by the office at 907 South Pershing. Joe Brand, Leah Nash of Edward Jones, member SIPC, and our daily investment report. With that report this morning, it's Teresa Whalen. Teresa?
This is Teresa Whalen bringing the daily financial market report on behalf of financial advisors Joe Brand, Leah Nash, and also Edward Jones. Today's U.S. equities closed lower. The Dow closed down 94 points to close at 37,267. The NASDAQ closed down 89 points to close at 14,856. And the S&P 500 closed down 27 points to close at 4,739. And in the bond market, 10-year Treasury yields are trading at 4.1%. The price of crude oil was up 30 cents to close at $72.70, and the spot price of gold was down $21.70 to close at $2,008.50. For stocks of local interest, we have Ameren Corporation at $70.32, down 89 cents, AT&T $16.41, down 3 cents, Boeing 203.06, up $2.54, Dollar General 137.16, down 66 cents, ExxonMobil 96.98, down 71 cents, McDonald's 291.16, up 7 cents, Microsoft 389.47, down 80 cents, PepsiCo 166.44, up 27 cents, Pfizer 28.15, down 17 cents. Procter & Gamble 149.94, up 15 cents. U.S. Bancorp $40.82, down 56 cents, and Walmart 161.07, down 76 cents. This has been today's financial market report, brought to you on behalf of Edward Jones, member SIPC, and financial advisors Joe Brand and Leah Nash, serving individual investors with personalized attention and financial advice at 907 South Pershing, right here in Salem, Missouri, bringing you this Wall Street to Main Street report.
Thank you, Teresa, and don't forget to join us again right here at KSMO for our next daily investment report from the offices of Joe Brand and Leah Nash of Edward Jones. You can get in touch with them at 729-3831 or feel free to stop by the office at 907 South Pershing to get answers to your questions. No doubt, we all have them, so get those answers that you need to make quality and quantity decisions in your investing. Joe and Leah can help. Call 729-3831 or feel free to see them at the office, 907 South Pershing. Joe Brand, Leah Nash of Edward Jones, member SIPC, and that daily investment report. We're 90 seconds away from weather. Coming up next.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Do-it-right deals are going on now at K&H Auto Supply, where you'll find a Power Torque 6-piece screwdriver set priced at $17.99, a Schumacher 1.5 amp 12-volt battery charger maintainer for $35.99, and bring best brake parts clear 2 for $8. K&H Auto Supply is your Parts City Auto Parts store here in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Are you having a hard time finding ag podcasts? We can help. The podcast directory at agriamerica.com allows you to search by category and topic, so it's quick and easy to find what you're looking for. Ag Chicks, Farm for Profit, Heart of Rural America, the Shark Farmer Podcast, Real Ag Radio, and more are featured on Agri-America. Our extensive directory has something for everyone. Discover a new ag podcast today by visiting agriamerica.com. That's agriamerica.com.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out: the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained Town Screen in Salem.
$7.50 at KSMO and over at Country Mart today. Save on your 4-pound bag of California seedless navel oranges. So good this time of year, especially when it's cold. Oh, that is so good. $4.88 for that 4-pound bag. You can also pick up some boneless beef arm roast at $4.88 a pound. And you can also save on your Daisy Squeeze sour cream. Dip a dollop, whatever it might be, 14-ounce size, $2.79 for your Daisy Squeeze sour cream. Do a dollop, don't do the dollop. Do the whole thing. Squeeze it all out, make it out there. Check it all out at Country Mart today. They have these great specials and many others too. Stop on in and see them. They're open every day, 7 days a week, and they're here to help you save on Highway 3272 East. Time for weather on Operation Weather Watch. Complete summary of weather in the region and KSMO listening area. Operation Weather Watch brought to you as a courtesy of all of us at KSMO. High-resolution ensemble guidance is in agreement that the clouds are going to clear from the west to east later on this morning as the short wave will pass through. But on the backside of this wave will be more clouds that will move in during the afternoon with a cold front. The lack of moisture will keep any precipitation chances further to the southeast of our area. Given the warmer start and southerly winds, though, temperatures could easily reach the upper 30s in our area, 40s out west. Tonight through Friday, the short wave across Montana is going to drop southeast today, and there'll be another batch of very cold air coming into our area. This cold air mass looks to arrive this evening in the northern parts of Missouri and then drop through by midnight tonight. We should start to see that change over. There will be a 30 to 40% chance of some light snow developing after midnight through the area, with the possibility of flurries lingering through early morning. The bigger issue will be the return of very cold air and dangerous wind chills. Gusty northwest winds are going to usher in temperatures that will be back in the single digits below zero by Friday morning, and the wind chill values will stay there almost the entire day. Lingering clouds and cold air advection will make for a very cold Friday. Friday night and a Saturday, a mostly clear sky and light winds will allow for low temps to drop into below zero digits, possibly even as high as 15 below. If the cloud cover is less than the forecast, it can get as high as 18 below. Those temperatures combined with a light wind will allow those nasty negative numbers to get higher and higher and higher. So if we do have a lot of wind, though, the wind chills could make it even lower. We're not quite sure. Look at the winds right now, about 10 up to 18 miles an hour, but they could gust as high as 30. High temps on Saturday will remain in the teens in our area, low 20s out west. Sunday through Monday, there appears to be a decent agreement with an upper level pattern change at the mid-level ridge. It's going to build in Sunday, and energy will move into the west coast. With that, the surface high pressure will slide east of the area and will start to return to southwest winds. What that means is warmer temperatures, but also more precipitation. Now, short wave energy looks to move through the southwestern United States on Sunday night, and a return to the southwest flow aloft will usher that moisture in with it to our area. This will also be pushing a warm nose of air aloft through our area, and what that means is a chance of that precipitation that we have starting Monday with the increase in moisture in the air could be in the form of a light freezing rain. A warm nose will melt it coming down, and then when it does, it's going to get back into colder temperatures, but that warm nose will provide that area of, well, we'll just kind of call it melting, that will not allow it to refreeze before hitting the ground. So, thusly, you have the rain coming down. It's kind of in the process of freezing, and when it hits cold surfaces like steps and culverts and bridges and cars and anything exposed outside, it suddenly gets coated. Electric lines, all those things, trees, you get the idea. Don't really like all that good stuff. Tuesday through Wednesday, we'll have a continued southwest flow aloft, which will favor a continued increase in temperatures, but also the continued chance of precipitation. Therefore, the forecast, no matter which one you're looking at as far as those models are concerned, favors a little bit warmer, but still pretty rainy most of the week here in our area. We topped out 38 yesterday. 3 was the low. Normal high 44, normal low 24. Record high of 68 was in 1974. Minus 17 was in 1930. Yesterday we had no rain for the month. We're at 1 and 1. We got basically 3/5 inches. And normal for the year is about 1 3/5 inches. So pretty close to being on norm. Sunrise this morning, 7:19. Sunset will be at 5:14. Looking at the extended forecast for Monday through Wednesday, as we mentioned, a little chance of that freezing rain occurring more than likely early Monday morning, and then a chance of it changing into just rain during the morning hours, then becoming all rain by the afternoon. It'll be cloudy and a high of 36. Let's hope it changes into all rain before Sunday. That would be nice. Then Monday night, just rain, cloudy, low at about 29. Rain again Tuesday, high of 44. Rain Tuesday night, low of 35. Rain Wednesday, and a high of 48. Now, it's just not going to just be a consistent rain. We're just going to have intermittent rain and scattered, mostly light to moderate rain at best. However, it will be a very wet and gray period from Sunday night on into at least Wednesday night, possibly even into Thursday and Friday. That local forecast, that's coming up next when we come right back in just 1 minute.
Do you know who some of the most avid readers of Cardinals Magazine are? It's Cardinal alumni. Our former players tell me time and again that Cardinals Magazine is one of their favorite ways to stay connected to the birds on the bat.
And you know, Ricky, I've heard the same thing. They feel like they're still coming to the ballpark each day when they're enjoying the impressive lineup of feature stories in every issue of Cardinals Magazine.
Cardinals Magazine helps you really get to know the current players, not only their stories in uniform, but who they are off the field and how they got to where they are.
And it doesn't stop with the stories on current players. No one does a better job giving fans a truer picture of everything happening on the field, inside the ballpark, and all over Cardinals Nation. Even stories on our Cardinals alumni.
Join our former players who enjoy the classic coverage of Cardinals Magazine. Subscribe for yourself and your favorite fan at cardinals.com/magazine or 314-345-9000.
Cardinals Magazine. It's all here.
At the KSMO studios, our forecast has a wind chill advisory that goes into effect tonight at midnight. It will last until noon Saturday. So this morning we have clouds, and they're going to hang around for a while. We'll eventually watch those clouds thin out in the road. We'll have a high of very close to 40, probably about 38 to 40 degrees. We will have winds southerly this morning at 5 to 10, and they'll eventually, though, make their way to the northwest by the afternoon. We could see some gusting this morning at about 15 to 20 miles an hour. For tonight, though, after that change to the northwest, we're going to have those winds this evening at about 6 to 15 miles an hour. But after midnight, those winds are going to pick up. They're going to be about 15 to 25 and gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Now, there will be a slight chance of getting some snow. It'll be cloudy all night, and we'll have a low of 6 by early morning. Wind chills at this time, with the amount of winds we're expecting, will be at about -5. Now, we will have those scattered flurries during the morning Friday, but our temperature actually Friday morning with the winds will actually increase because our it feels like temperature, though, could decrease to about -13 by the morning hours. Yeah, because the clouds will move out, the skies will clear out, and it'll get cold. The high is only going to be about 18 on Friday. It'll be blustery all day. Wind chills, if they get above 0, will be in single digits. Cloudy on Friday night with a low of 0, with the wind chill expected at -15 with northwest winds 5 to 15, gusting to 25. Sunshine and cold on Saturday. We'll have a high of 18 with northwesterly winds still at 5 to 15. It's still gusting up to 18 to 20. Clear Saturday night, low of 5. Partly sunny Sunday will warm up to 31. But as we mentioned, Sunday night with the clouds will roll in, and it could usher in a little bit of rain or freezing rain. At the KSMO studios right now, your hometown radio station, we have a temperature reading right here at KSMO Radio. Not too bad for this time of year, really. We are sitting with cloudy skies at 23 degrees. We do have winds that are out of the south to southeast at 5. 63% the relative humidity. pressure 30.02 inches. I mentioned that's kind of steady at the moment. And we do have a feels-like temperature of 17 with gray, cloudy skies. And that has been Operation Weather Watch, complete summary of weather in the region and the KSMO listening area, all brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station. We invite you to stay right here. We have coming up our Civic Record next. That's 90 seconds away. Please stay with us on your Thursday morning, January 18th.
Did you know that hand washing was the single most effective way to stay healthy? This is Deborah Hobson, Director of Infection Prevention, Employee Health and Education. Many diseases and conditions are spread by not washing hands with soap and clean running water. Germs can get into the body through the eyes, nose, and mouth. If you have any questions regarding proper hand washing techniques or infection prevention, give me a call at 729-6626, Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Portable generators are a reliable backup power source, but they can be deadly if not used properly. To avoid carbon monoxide hazards, only operate generators outside, away from doors and windows, and install a carbon monoxide detector as a precaution. Before using a generator, be sure to educate yourself and others to ensure safety. Keep safety first, always. We are Missouri's electric cooperatives. Learn more at membersfirst.coop today.
Check out these New Year's savings at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. You'll find Seafoam concentrated fuel injector cleaner starting at $4.99. Napa Extended Life Cooling System Antifreeze Plus Coolant for all makes and models starting at $12.99 for the 1 gallon size. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store, 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem today.
At the KSMO studios, it's time for a look at our Civic Record. It is a program of church and civic news and a mention of persons recently deceased. The Civic Record brought to you as a courtesy of Southtown Furniture on Highway 19 South. It's never a bad time, and I mean it, never a bad time to go check out furniture. You know, if you have a day like today where you're kind of in between things, we're not super cold like we were earlier in the week, and it's before the next cold front coming through and before the rain gets here. Maybe you're thinking about replacing a few things you talked about at Christmas or maybe even Thanksgiving, and now's the time to maybe just take that one day, run on down that way, and check things out at 1601 South Highway 19. The collection of beautiful furnishings and appliances and bedding is just incredible. It's enough to make you want to know that if I want something new, I might want this or I might want that. You can check out the lift chairs, check out the recliners. They got rocker recliners, wall-away recliners, just regular recliners. Got love seats, sectionals, regular traditional sofas. So many different pieces from which you can select. So, next time you have the opportunity, head on down that way. You just might see something that grabs your attention. Or if you have a question about something, say, you know, maybe it's in a cherry wood and you want it in a walnut, or maybe you want it in an oak, ask the great sales staff down there and they can tell you if it's available in those woods. You know, it's always good to have friends right here in town. People you know and trust, count on them at Southtown Furniture. Part of the Bodar family of furniture stores serving you since 1922. That's 101 plus years, guys. See them today. Southtown Furniture in Salem. Truly where the bargains are. Johnny Hall passed away Thursday, January 11th at the age of 86. Funeral services for Johnny Hall will be held at 1 o'clock today at the James and Gar Chapel of Rulla, with visitation starting at 11 this morning. Interment will be in the Ozark Memorial Gardens. Johnny Hall passed away on the 11th of January and is survived by his wife Peggy Hall of Rulla, son Mark Hall of Rulla, daughter Sherry Phelps, and husband Gary of Rulla, 1 grandchild, and 4 great-grandchildren. Memorials may be made to the Greater Rulla Area Charitable Enterprise. Cards are available, and all the arrangements are under the direction of the James and Gar Mortuary of Rulla for Johnny Hall, whose funeral services will be at 1 today at the James and Gar Chapel of Rulla. Clifford Thompson of Salem passed away Thursday, January 11th, at the age of 86. Funeral services for Clifford Thompson will be held Monday at 1 at the Salem Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary, with visitation from 11 until service time at 1. Interment will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery in Salem. Clifford Thompson, survived by daughters Jane Whited and husband Ed of West Plains, Jill Lund of Cabot, Arkansas, and Jennifer Scott and husband Barry of Raymore, Missouri. 6 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren, and a host of extended family and friends. Memorials may be made at the Montauk Rose Howland Trout Derby. Cards are available, and all the arrangements are under the direction of the James and Gar Mortuary of Salem for Clifford Thompson, whose funeral services will be at 1 Monday, the Salem Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary. Louise Lucille Derryberry of Salem passed away Thursday, January 11th, at the age of 98. Funeral services for Louise Derryberry will be at 1 o'clock on Tuesday, January 23rd, at the Salem Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends will be from 11:30 in the morning until service time Tuesday at the chapel. Interment will be in the North Lawn Cemetery. Louise Lucille Derryberry is survived by children Janet Mead and husband Gary of Houston, Texas, and Roger Derryberry and wife Terry of St. Louis, 3 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren. All the arrangements are under the direction of the James and Gar Mortuary of Salem for Louise Lucille Derryberry, whose funeral services will be Tuesday at 1 at the Salem Chapel of James and Gar Mortuary. More of our Civic Record next when we come right back.
Southtown Furniture in Salem is your local authorized appliance dealer for Speed Queen washers and dryers. Speed Queen is the most dependable washer and dryer available today, featuring their famous commercial design using only the highest quality metal components. These components are tested for over 10,000 cycles or 25 years of life at 8 loads per week. Your clothes will always come out cleaner with Speed Queen's large size agitator and wash tub, both rotating, allowing water to move through the heaviest fabric to create a better, gentle wash. Stop by Southtown Furniture today, your local authorized appliance dealer for Speed Queen washers and dryers, Highway 19 South, right here in Salem. It's Southtown Furniture.
At KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station, and continuing with our Civic Record, everybody's invited out tomorrow night to the Eagles Club for their delicious pork tenderloin dinner. It'll be from 5 until 8, and the cost is $12 a plate, which includes the fixins. The Salem Eagles Club is out Highway 32 west past the airport. It's on the north side of Highway 32, and everybody is welcome. All ages, come on out, be a part of it. The Salem Eagles having their pork tenderloin dinner. It's an incredible meal. If you haven't ever had it, I highly recommend it. From 5 to 8, costs $12 per plate. The Eagles Club welcomes you to come on out, enjoy the dinner, Highway 32 West, past the airport. A penguin paint party will be Friday from 5:30 to 7 with Danielle Norris at the Creative Arts Center. Break up your winter boredom and paint some cute penguins. Perfect for adults and kids. The cost is $20 for the adults, $10 for children. And if you have children under the age of 5, they do have to be with a parent at the paint party. A minimum of 6 people must sign up, and no more than 22 people will be allowed for the session. Class registrations are on a first-come, first-served basis with the online registrations. Interested persons can sign up under programs at the SalemCommunityBetterment.com website for all the activities at the Creative Arts Center. So don't forget, come on by and do your penguin paint party this Friday night, 5:30 to 7 with Danielle Norris. On Saturday, the Salem Eagles will be having a trivia night. It's open to everybody. Come on out and be a part of the fun. And doors will open at 5, and the trivia gets started after that. Cost is $25 per person, which does include not only the trivia night, but a meal and a soda. Salem Eagles Club is out Highway 32 West. We always remind you to stop on by and check things out. If you've never been out there for a trivia night, It's a lot of fun. Head on out that way. The doors open at 5, and again, the cost $25 a person, including a meal and a soda with your $25 cost. The Salem Eagles Club, out Highway 32 West, just past the airport on the north side of Highway 32. And at the Salem Nutrition Center today, they'll be serving up a pot roast on bun with roasted root vegetables, ambrosia fruit salad, and milk. The menu, of course, is always a fantastic one, and they serve that lunch from 11 to 12:30 Monday through Friday, except for holidays. The nutrition site's located inside the Salem Senior Center at 604 North McGrath Lane. Call them at 729-2373, and if you need more information. Don't forget, all ages, anybody, everyone is welcome to come and eat at the Salem Nutrition site. If you're 60 and older, the suggested contribution is $5. If you're under the age of 60, you can get that meal for only $7. And again, the menu can change without notice. The menu today: pot roast on bun, or just pot roast if you want that, roasted root veggies, ambrosia fruit salad, and milk. And don't forget again that the menu can change without notice. That does change. That does it for our Civic Record, the program of church and civic news, and a mention of persons recently deceased. The Civic Record is brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO Radio and your friends at Southtown Furniture, part of the Ballard family of furniture stores that have been serving this area for over 100 years. We're talking 101 years, 10 decades of service. Numerous generations of your family have gone to the to the Ballard family of furniture stores, and maybe Southtown itself. Go on by, visit yourself, browse around the warehouse showroom. You'll be glad you did. Not only check out the beautiful furnishings, but also bedding, accessories, appliances. They've got you covered. And if you need floor coverings, they're there too. They've got the linoleum, they've got tile, they've got rugs, you betcha carpets, all kinds of neat things. Check it out for yourself. Southtown Furniture in Salem, truly where the bargains are, where the smart shopper's been shopping since 1920. Got questions? Call 729-3422 or stop on by 1601 South Highway 19. Or if you prefer to do it more modern ways, go on your web browser and go to SouthtownFurnitureSalem.com. Southtown Furniture, it's where the bargains are. Coming up, we have some statewide news from the Missouri Net. We'll have a look at that Salem Nutrition Center's menu and AP news, all coming your way. It's all right here. KSMO Radio, good Thursday morning.
Want a good way to start the morning? Grab a McDonald's breakfast. Want a better way to start the morning? Grab their incredible buy one, get one for $1 breakfast deal. Now that's what I call a morning miracle. Right now, I can choose from the scrumptious sausage biscuit, savory sausage McMuffin, or the soft and warm sausage McGriddles. At McDonald's, morning miracles really do exist. I guess you could say I'm living on the sunny side of the drive-thru line. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Portable generators are a reliable backup power source, but they can be deadly if not used properly. To avoid carbon monoxide hazards, only operate generators outside, away from doors and windows, and install a carbon monoxide detector as a precaution. Before using a generator, be sure to educate yourself and others to ensure safety. Keep safety first, always. We are Missouri's electric cooperatives. Learn more at membersfirst.coop today.
They want you to change your name. Archie Leach doesn't cut it. Anything come to mind?
Cary Grant.
He was Hollywood's greatest leading man.
But Cary Grant is a character. Be very careful about how he's perceived.
Yet few truly knew him.
I have loved a lot of people, and everyone's broken my heart.
I'll never let you go, Archie. Based on the remarkable true story.
You know what's wrong with you?
No, what?
Nothing.
Jason Isaacs is Archie, the man who became Cary Grant. Now streaming only on BritBox.
Missouri Net News, I'm Marshall Griffin. A sting operation conducted by a national motorcycle club has resulted in the arrest of a suspected child predator in southeastern Missouri. The sting took place on the grounds of the Bernie R13 School District in Stoddard County, in which a decoy posed as a 13-year-old girl. The 50-year-old suspect initially got away but was caught after he crashed his vehicle and was arrested. The location of the crash site was redacted from a released court document, but the motorcycle club that conducted the sting was Bikers Against Predators. The club also conducted sting operations in Kennett and West Plains within the past week. A dangerous trend is emerging, swatting calls where someone calls law enforcement and falsely claims a crime is being committed at a specific address. It recently happened to Missouri Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft. Republican Senate President Pro Tem Caleb Rowden of Columbia filed a bill in response to that incident. It would create the offense of making a terroristic threat a Class E felony, adding private residence to places that a person could be charged for making terroristic threats.
It's all bad, right? And the person who's getting their door knocked down in some instances doesn't really care if it's meant to be malicious or not. So I think that was the thing that kind of put us over the top of saying, hey, let's do something about this in Missouri, make it a priority. But it's been an issue. You've seen it, cover in the media in a number of states around the country, political and non-political.
Rowden's bill will also make swatting a Class D felony if a swatting call results in death, injury, or property damage. The bill was introduced in the Senate and could be heard in committee soon. State Senator Carla May has filed a bill that's intended to help prevent suicide in school. The St. Louis Democrats' legislation would change current law that requires suicide prevention information to be printed on ID cards of public school students in grades 7 through 12 and of students enrolled at a college or university. The bill adds a college campus security phone number and a non-emergency number for local police departments for middle and high schoolers. The ID cards could also include the crisis text line and the phone number of a local suicide prevention hotline. This is MissouriNet.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's 4 a.m., Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
A Missouri program is designed to prevent poor people from committing crimes and going to jail. Annie Logomsky says the Missouri Public Defender System's Holistic Defense Services helps clients with needs that often bring them into the criminal justice system in the first place.
The goal of that is that by working on these needs, things like housing needs, mental health needs, substance use treatment, we're going to be better able to do a good job for our clients as well as protect their communities and public safety.
The program could also help to reduce the Missouri Public Defender System's caseload, which includes about 80,000 cases annually among roughly 400 attorneys. Missouri Republican Congressman Jason Smith is co-sponsoring legislation with Oregon Democratic U.S. Senator Ron Wyden geared towards providing tax relief to both families and businesses. The companion bills would expand access to the refundable portion of the federal child tax credit for the years 2023, 24, and 25, and allow businesses to deduct research and development investments immediately instead of having to wait 5 years. This is MissouriNet.
This is Cardinals broadcaster Ricky Horton. Soon enough, the boys of summer will be back and on the fields in Jupiter, Florida. Spring Training 2024. It'll be another season of the home runs, the hits, and the unforgettable moments. We will have you covered and will be with you from the first pitch to the final out, right here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Cardinal Baseball on your Ozark Sports Leader, KSMO.
Let's see what's cooking at the Salem Nutrition Center for today, as they will be serving up another fantastic lunch today. It's pot roast on bun, roasted root vegetables, ambrosia fruit salad, and milk. Remember, the Salem Nutrition site's located inside the Salem Senior Center, and lunch is served from 11 to 12:30 Monday through Friday, except for holidays. You're more than welcome to come on by. All ages are welcome to enjoy the great meal at the Salem Nutrition site at 604 North McGrath Lane inside the Salem Senior Center. Should you have any questions, call 729-2373. Remember, if you're 60 years of age and above, the suggested contribution is $5. If you're under the age of 60, your meal will cost $7, and it's always a fantastic meal like today's meal, pot roast on bun, root vegetables I should say roasted root vegetable, excuse me, ambrosia fruit salad, and milk. Again, don't forget that the menu can change without notice. Every weekday we bring you the Stable Nutrition Center as a courtesy of KSMO Radio.
Jackson Hewitt has a plan to get your tax refund fast with a buck here, buck there. Here a buck, there a buck, everywhere a buck.
You don't have to wait weeks for your tax refund. Get money sooner with a no-fee refund advance loan at Jackson Hewitt.
On this loan, there's a money today guarantee. E-I-E-I-DO.
Don't settle for chicken feed. Get fast bucks at Jackson Hewitt today. No-fee refund advance loans by Republic Bank offered to eligible clients. Money today guarantee if approved for a loan on a prepaid card. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Hi, this is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber, and I want you to follow all the exciting action of the St. Louis Blues right here this season on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. They've been one of the longest-running St. Louis Blues affiliates, and if you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is listening right here. It's KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri, your radio home for the St. Louis Blues hockey.
KSMO Salem.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. Mother Nature isn't done with us yet. It's 17 degrees in Des Moines, Iowa at the moment, 22 in Atlanta, and in Portland, Oregon, 3 people died during an ice storm.
Rick Graves of Portland Fire and Rescue in Oregon tells KGW that shortly before noon Wednesday, 2 adults and a teenager were killed when they got out of their SUV.
The weather brought down a branch, a significant sized branch from a tree over the top, and it took down a live electrical wire.
Officials say the 3 appear to have been electrocuted. As much as 1 inch of ice added to the damage caused by a powerful storm that hit over the weekend. And the National Weather Service says freezing rain could return to the region this evening through Friday morning. I'm Donna Warder.
The number of Americans applying for unemployment benefits fell last week to its lowest level in more than a year. U.S. aid to Ukraine, Israel, and other allies is stalled. But President Biden's met with congressional leaders at the White House.
While President Joe Biden's national security team sought to underscore the importance of unlocking Ukraine funding, House Speaker Mike Johnson continues to push the White House and Senate negotiators on immigration measures that go beyond what some say Biden is willing to accept.
We understand that there's concern about the safety, security, sovereignty of Ukraine, but the American people have those same concerns about our own domestic sovereignty and our safety and our security.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said that there was large agreement amongst the attendees that Congress needed to act on both Ukraine and the U.S. border.
I am more optimistic than ever before that we'd come to an agreement. I put the chances a little bit greater than half now. And that's the first time I can say that.
I'm Lisa Dwyer.
Britain's Prince William visited his wife Kate this morning in a London hospital. She's recovering from abdominal surgery. This is AP News. Donald Trump nearly got booted from his defamation trial yesterday in New York.
Former President Donald Trump was threatened with expulsion from his Manhattan civil trial after he repeatedly ignored a warning to keep quiet while columnist E. Jean Carroll testified. Carroll said Trump shattered her reputation after she accused him of sexual abuse in the 1990s. A jury backed her claim. This case involves damages. Trump could be heard saying things to his lawyers like, "It's a witch hunt, and it really is a con job." Judge Lewis Kaplan told the former president to stop being disruptive. Outside court.
This is a person I have no idea, until this happened, obviously, I have no idea who she was, and nor could I care less.
Trump also ripped Kaplan on social media, while the judge denied a request that he step aside from the case.
I frankly am the one that suffered damages. I should be given money, given damages.
I'm Ed Donahue.
And I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
In his last will and testament, Robert has bequeathed to his only heir and devoted caretaker 1/3 of his house, 1/3 of his truck, and 1/3 of his beloved dog, Mr. Bo here.
Excuse me, I'm a little confused.
Don't settle for a fraction of what you deserve, especially at harvest. Yield your best with Veltima fungicide's proven plant health benefits and revolutionary application flexibility.
1/3 of a dog. Right.
Get everything you deserve with Veltima fungicide. From BASF, always read and follow label directions.
Missouri Net Sports is brought to you by the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety. Driving CMVs during winter is no joke. Always be cautious, be prepared, and be safe. Simple actions save lives. Brought to you by Show Me Zero.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. With a win over the Bills on Sunday, Patrick Mahomes would tie Brett Favre and Ben Roethlisberger with 13 playoff wins, the 6th most postseason wins for a quarterback. But Patrick has never played a road playoff game.
I've been lucky enough to play a lot of games at home at Arrowhead Stadium. It kind of just everything's felt that way. And even though I know it's going to be hostile and there are going to be people talking trash and everything like that, I'm excited for it because, it's one of the best environments in football, and you want to do that when you grow up watching these games, is play in the best environments and see what it's like.
A win will send Kansas City to their 6th straight AFC Championship appearance. The Blues will try to avoid a 3-game losing streak. They visit the Washington Capitals. Drew Bannister says this is going to be a full 60-minute battle.
They're a hard-working team, and they're going to come to work for 60 minutes, and we have to be aware of that. We're going to have to match that. We're going to have to work on the walls here tonight, on both ends of the ice, and we got to be ready to compete.
Diamond Sports Group, the parent company of Bally Sports Kansas City, announced a plan to emerge from bankruptcy with a financial deal with Amazon. While that agreement is pending in court, it could mean that Amazon Prime Video would have streaming rights to broadcast Royals games. Now, how much that would cost KC fans is not known. It shouldn't affect cable users from watching games on Bally Sports Kansas City, but the deal isn't finalized, and we have no idea what it would cost to stream on Prime Video. The Cardinals, who are partnered with Bally Sports Midwest, own their streaming rights, so Cardinal games would not be on Prime Video. In the short term, the Cardinals and Blues will continue to air on Bally Sports Midwest. Mizzou women's basketball looks to build off their momentum in their win over Vandy. They host Georgia tonight. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
The Missouri Veterans Home is a long-term skilled care facility that is now accepting admissions. The care is top-notch because our veterans deserve it.
Everybody is friendly. They treat you with respect. Like I say, I am so grateful that I got to be a resident here. It's just wonderful being here.
For more information about admissions at Missouri's Veterans Homes, visit mvc.dps.mo.gov. A message from the Missouri Veterans Commission.
My therapist had told me that I needed to go to AA meetings, but I wasn't sure whether I wanted to go because I didn't want to be an alcoholic. That was not what I wanted to grow up and be. I didn't want to go to AA, but I did, and it wasn't what I expected by any means. It was friendly. I could feel it. I could feel the happiness. It's really great.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a meeting near you.
Just inside of half court. Bang! Bang! At the buzzer! He climbed the elevator, caught it with 2 hands, and flushed it on the way down. Scooped up, thrown up, off the backboard and in, and Missouri wins.
This is your radio home for Mizzou basketball.
The Bragging Rights Trophy is coming to Como, folks.
The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Run out to the rim, and he flushed it.
Jackson Hewitt has a plan to get your tax refund fast with a buck here, buck there. Here a buck, there a buck, everywhere a buck.
You don't have to wait weeks for your tax refund. Get money sooner with a no-fee refund advance loan at Jackson Hewitt.
On this loan, there's a money today guarantee. E-I-E-I-Do.
Don't settle for chicken feed. Get fast bucks at Jackson Hewitt today. No-fee refund advance loans by Republic Bank offered to eligible clients. Money today guarantee if approved for a loan on a prepaid card. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
As winter sets in, the Missouri Fertilizer Control Board encourages producers to talk with their ag retailer about soil testing for the upcoming cropping season. Analyzing your soil needs and establishing a nutrient management plan ensures nutrients are applied at the right rate. improves yields, and maximizes your budget. Learn more at mofcb.com today. That's mofcb.com.
Cool morning in Dent County, but nothing like what we have had. However, we'll tell you that don't get used to what you just think might happen, because it's going to get cold again. I know we all think it's going to get a little bit warmer. Like it's this morning, not as that bad. 25 degrees what we have right now. We still have, for the most part, cloudy skies. And we do also have some winds. The winds are coming out of the south-southeast, 7 mile an hour, making it feel like 17 right now. You have 60% relative humidity and the pressure at 30.03 inches. It is climbing. Our forecast does call for those clouds to be around this morning. Eventually, they will thin out. We'll see some sunshine, and we'll top out very close to 40 degrees today. But the winds out of the south that we have right now, they're going to move back to the northwest this afternoon. And when they do, we'll start to feel that change in temperature. Winds today, 5 to 15, could gust to 20 miles an hour out of the south before moving to the northwest. Then later on tonight, those winds out of the northwest will still be at about 5 to 15, but then after midnight, they'll increase to about 15 to 25 and gust to 30. And along with that, there'll be a chance of some snow with some scattered light snow or flurries. It's probably way after midnight, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe even 4. 40% chance of that happening, and a low wind chill-wise of -5 with a regular low of 6. Now, Friday, we're going to continue to go down early in the morning, so our wind chills by early Friday morning could actually reach -13, and that scattered flurries could continue to about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Eventually, that's all going to move out. We're going to have some sunshine, but it's not going to be warm at all. We're going to have a top-out temperature 17, maybe 18 degrees, but blustery northwest winds throughout the day, 15 to 25, gusting to 30, keeping wind chills in single digits or even below 0 at most of the day. Friday night, cloudy, low as 0 itself, wind chill values at -15, northwest winds 5 to 15, gusting up to 20. Sunny and cold Saturday, high of 18 with northwesterly breezes 5 to 15, gusting to 20. Clear Saturday night, low of 5, and partly sunny on Sunday, high of 31 degrees. Currently here at KSMO Radio, we have a temperature reading of 25, feels like 17 at KSMO. As we already mentioned, those 7 mile an hour winds and 60% relative humidity. So we have a feels like of 17. Now look at weather, brought to you by all of us at KSMO Radio. It's 8:32, and we have coming your way next Agribusiness News. It's brought to you as a courtesy of all of us right here at KSMO Radio. It's from the Brownfield Farm Market Network, Agribusiness News on KSMO Radio.
I'm Nicole Heslip with Agribusiness News. I'm Brownfield. A weed management specialist says a new weed has been found in Missouri pastures that might be difficult to control. Brownfield's Kara Hart has a report from the University of Missouri's Crop Management Conference.
Kevin Bradley tells Brownfield there have been reports of knotroot foxtail, a perennial weed.
My guess is we've missed it for many years. It looks just like yellow foxtail. If we thought we were going to maybe do something about that yellow foxtail someday, my fear is we go out there and we spray whatever we're going to spray for yellow foxtail and don't get any control.
And that weed might have been transported to the state in hay during the drought.
For whatever reason, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, this has been traditionally more of a mid-south or southern weed, and we're seeing it now come into Missouri.
Reporting from the MU Crop Management Conference in St. Joe, Missouri, I'm Kara Hart for Brownfield.
Many farmers believe they won't see a farm bill until sometime in 2025. Brownfield's Larry Lee has more.
Cassandra Cobal with the Tory Group has been monitoring activity in Washington, D.C. and tells Brownfield Congress is too preoccupied with funding the government to get much else done.
Congress is currently working on another extension for the time being to get us into March to fund the government. So we have that going. So that's going to take a lot of what we call the floor time. So that's all that action. So it makes it difficult to bring up other bills that are going to need some time. And that's like, for instance, the Farm Bill.
Cobal says with the one-year extension, lawmakers lawmakers don't feel as much pressure to get the farm bill done.
Recognizing, especially this talk about funding the government going into March, and then realization when are election years. So with each month, it gets a little bit more difficult to pass, especially major, important piece of legislation like the farm bill.
About 65% of farmers attending Cobal's Dairy Strong Conference presentation are not expecting a new farm bill until 2025. In Green Bay, I'm Larry Lee, Brownfield Ag News.
The USDA says there were minor changes for broiler chicken egg sets and placements last week. Sets of broiler-type eggs into incubators were down slightly on the week, but up modestly on the year, pointing towards a near-steady short-term supply of chicks. Average hatchability improved while remaining just below 80%. Placements of broiler-type chicks into meat production were a little bit above the week before, but a bit below a year ago, leaving the consumer supply of broiler chickens starting in mid-February almost unchanged from the prior week. And Precision Planting has launched its new planting system to help farmers optimize performance. Caleb Schlater, Director of Technical Services and Support, says Cornerstone is everything but the planter bar. I'm Nicole Heslop with Brownfield.
As the energy landscape evolves, a new conversation emerges. Join Clean Fuels Alliance America for its brand new Better, Cleaner, Now podcast. Every Wednesday, you'll hear authentic conversations with industry experts and gain valuable insights into the world of biodiesel, renewable diesel, and sustainable aviation fuel. Follow the exciting journey toward exceeding our vision of reaching 6 billion gallons by 2030. How do we plan to achieve this ambitious goal? Industry experts unveil the groundwork, paving the way for a better, cleaner tomorrow. This podcast is your go-to source for insider insights. Whether you're a seasoned clean fuels veteran or a newcomer to the industry, each episode offers valuable takeaways. Subscribe today to the Better, Cleaner, Now podcast, available on your favorite listening platform and on agraamerica.com.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins.